What if the whispers of the universe beckoned you into darkness? In a remote stretch of the Algerian desert, beneath a slumbering sky splattered with stars and secrets, lay the ancient ruins of Zeoth, a site shunned by even the most daring of adventurers. Tales of travelers vanishing into thin air echoed through the dusty streets of Hakim, the nearby village. One fateful evening, a curious astronomer named Dr. Felix Harrow, fueled by the lure of forbidden knowledge and an insatiable thirst for discovery, ventured into the heart of this enigmatic site, alone. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the sun-baked sands, Felix's heart raced with each step that took him deeper into the ruins. The air turned cooler, carrying a faint, metallic scent mingled with the remnants of ancient incense long evaporated into time. A chill settled in the air. An unseen presence seemed to envelop him. But Felix pressed on, driven by an insidious mix of excitement and dread. What unthinkable secrets lay buried here? The first sign of strangeness came as he stumbled upon a weathered stone tablet half buried among the crumbling wreckage. Etched upon it were glyphs that twisted and curled, almost alive beneath his fingertips. The language of gods, or perhaps something darker. The moment he began to decipher the symbols, an uncanny whisper filled the air. It circled around him, echoing his very thoughts. Knowledge unfolds in shadows, dare you tread deeper? His mind bent under the weight of the growing pressure. The glyphs pulsated, shifting as if alive. Just as Felix pieced together the fragments of this forgotten language, the desert fell deathly silent. The warmth of the sandy earth beneath him chilled abruptly, transforming into a bizarre, viscous substance oozing forth from the cracks in the stone. A slick darkness that seemed to defy all logic and reason. Suddenly, the ground was illuminated by an unearthly luminescence, bathing the surroundings in hues of deep indigo and sickening green. Felix's breath caught in his throat. Before him materialized abstract, undulating figures, entities that seemed to bend the fabric of existence. They hovered, amorphous yet distinctly alien, exuding an energy that twisted his perception. Eyes, thousands of them, watching from all angles, glinting like macabre stars, bore into him, promising knowledge so vast it could unmake a mind. Felix felt a crushing amalgam of fear and wonder. What if everything you knew was wrong? The forms drew closer, revealing their true shapes, a jarring display of chromatophores shifting in color and texture as they morphed. Interstellar entities, exiled from the confines of nature and understanding, now floating in this nexus of forgotten human aspiration. Panic clawed at his chest, yet curiosity anchored him to the spot. The creatures radiated a discordant rhythm, a syncopated pulse that vibrated through the air, each beat shuffling through Felix's thoughts. Then their movements translated into coherent language. The words dripped like honey, heavy but enticing. Our whispers unveil the unseen. Do you seek truths locked within the folds of existence? Eyes wide, heart racing, Felix gasped out a tentative reply. What can you show me? Time melted around him. The ground beneath shifted and transformed into a vast museum of horrors and wonders. Images flickered before his mind's eye, events wreaking havoc in the space-time continuum. Cities sinking into chasms, stars extinguishing without reason, realities folding in on themselves like the pages of a cursed tome. An ancient scheme, they revealed, a tapestry of knowledge hidden in the universe's darkest corners, its cosmic threads unspooled only for those brave enough to grasp them. But there was a catch. Wisdom always had a price. Felix found his consciousness splintering, dipping into the void where knowledge and madness intertwine. Concepts he couldn't comprehend challenged the very structure of his sanity. Each revelation felt like an icy talon digging into his psyche. He was but a fragile vessel, teetering on the edge of understanding things that existed beyond existence. In that hollowed moment of clarity, Felix understood. Curiosity held a knife to his throat. These entities would offer him insights, yet extract his humanity in return. He backed away, choking on his fear, struggling against the overpowering allure of their panoply of knowledge. "What will you choose?" They beckoned, their forms fracturing into spirals of light. "Knowledge shall be yours at the cost of all that you are." With a surge of primal instinct, Felix turned and fled, the whispers thrumming in the recesses of his mind, urging him to look back, to embrace the terror. The ground beneath felt alive, tightening as he ran, oozing tendrils grasping at his feet. His heart pounded mercilessly as he stumbled through the ruins, navigating the labyrinthine paths, the very stones resonating with the survived echoes of an unspeakable truth. How long he ran, he couldn't tell, but the forest of shadows began to grow thicker, the trees moaning as if eager to envelop him, screaming for a sacrifice. Finally breaking free into the desert night, Felix collapsed to the ground, panting, vomited the taste of cosmic horror from his lungs. Above him, the vast expanse of stars twinkled mercilessly, as if mocking the knowledge he barely escaped. Yet, deep within him, the spark of their truths flickered, a malevolent seed that promised to haunt his dreams for an eternity. Days turned to weeks. Each night he laid in bed, the shadows anew, a tempest of cosmic entities swirling, whispering their truths, clawing at the edges of his sanity. Desperation closed in, whispering seductive invitations of surrender. Would it be worth it? What if all that he had glimpsed was never meant to be unearthed? As the whispers reverberated in his mind, Felix pondered in the pursuit of knowledge. Did he lose more than he could ever regain? Perhaps he should have never sought Zib-Orath. The world must never